So question number 62, which asks define exchange. What are the essentials of an exchange? So the very answer to this question we found under section 118 of the Transfer of Property Act. So exchange as defined under the Act as when two persons mutually transfer the ownership of one thing for the ownership of another, neither thing or both things being money only, the transaction is called an exchange as provided under section 118 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. So, exchange is a mutual transfer of property between two persons. The difference between a sale and an exchange is this, that in the former case, that is sale, the price paid is money, while in the latter case, that is exchange, one specific property is exchanged for another. And in regards to clarify this very definition, we would like to discuss an illustration. And the very illustration is that a company pursuant to an agreement to effect a sale of a cinema house owned by it for a consideration of certain sum of money, executed a deed called the exchange deed, and the consideration was received by the company vendor from the vendee in the shape of transfer of preference shares held by the vendee. Separate valuation was given for the immovable property, movable and goodwill. The transaction is one of exchange and there is no sale of the properties for any money consideration. And now we'll discuss the essentials of an exchange. So the first essential of an exchange is that there must be mutual transfer of ownership of two things. In partition, there is no transfer but mutual arrangement between the parties. And the second essential of an exchange is that in exchange no price is paid. And the third essential of an exchange is that an exchange of immovable property of Rs 100 or upwards can only be effected by a registered instrument. And in that connection, after discussing the three important essentials of an exchange, we would like to discuss one important leading case relating to this, decided by the Bombay High Court in 2010, is N.K. Binar versus Sakha Bai, and here, as pronounced by the Bombay High Court in 2010 in this important leading case, the question was whether registration of deed of exchange would be compulsory when one of the two properties involved in exchange is immovable property and its value is above Rs 100, Their Lordship of Bombay High Court expressed that yes, it must be registered as it is an immovable property and its value is above Rs 100 and the subject matter is an exchange as provided under section 118 of the Transfer of Property Act. So, the very answer to this question number 62 regarding defined exchange and what are the essentials of an exchange, this would be the correct and appropriate answer so that we found as under section 118 of the Transfer of Property Act and to clarify the very definition and meaning of exchange, we discuss the illustration associated with exchange, also the three important essentials required for an exchange. So we have discussed the very ruling of the Bombay High Court in 2010 in the concerned leading case relating to actions, that is N.K. Binar versus Sakha Bai. So in our upcoming video we would like to discuss question number 63, which asks define a gift and the essentials of a gift as provided under section 122 of the Transfer of Property Act.